So let's get right into engagement. Give you a quick overview. Remember, learners are different in the ways that they're engaged and motivated to learn. Some of you might not be motivated or engaged by a screencast, whereas others might be. Some of you might prefer to listen to a podcast, or some of you might like to have learning done in person, or you might like to be remote, or you might like to do your coursework in your jammies, like I used to when I got my doctorate. But that was what worked for me as a mother of a young child at the time and a family life and other work responsibilities. And I know that that's a lot of you today. So finding those things that keep it relevant, meaningful, and engaging, providing these options for your learners is really critical. So we're going to look a little bit into the guidelines and checkpoints. And you have the opportunity to explore these in your book and explore these online. We want to spark excitement and curiosity. Here's one of the bigger ones: choice and autonomy. If you notice in the course, you have choices how you can access learning experiences. There are options for choices and discussion threads. There are options for assignments even, because we want to make it relevant. We're also connecting the learning to your setting or to what you're doing, whether you're an instructional designer, an administrator, an educator, or just want to know more about universal design for learning. In a general sense, we're connecting that so that you're actually using what you're learning and applying it to those skills, minimizing those threats and distractions. The other guideline, sustaining effort and persistence. So you're tackling challenges with focus and determination. So you want to make sure that your goals and objectives are really tight so kids really know what it is that they're learning about, but also involve them. Maybe there's a learning goal that you've devised and it might not be just right. Maybe they have a better one. So always do that. Whenever I'm doing training or I'm doing coursework like this, we have goals and objectives ourselves that are an overarching view, but hold one to yourself that you want to get from this week based on what we have in front of you. Varying demands and resources, collaboration and community. We have to learn to work together. Sometimes, we might want to work on our own, and that's totally fine, and have that preference. Give them the option if they want to work alone on something, but make it intentional and purposeful. So that learning community is learning how to work together and how to collaborate authentically and meaningfully. And then increasing that feedback that's mastery oriented. So talking about assessment when it's relevant and timely. So one of the things I like to do in courses is, yes, I'm going to give you feedback based on the rubric, and tell me what specific areas you would like me to focus on and what kind of feedback you're looking for. Because this, yay, you're great, it's awesome, is one thing, but what feedback is going to be relevant, meaningful, or engaging for you in terms of where you are relative to the learning goal. One and done is not it. So if there's an assignment that you're not thrilled with and you want to do it again, let's have that conversation. Really think about that and different ways that you can provide that feedback to your learners. And then the other part is self-regulation, providing expectations and beliefs that help kids stay motivated. Also, coping skills and strategies and self-assessment and reflection. There's some wonderful things in here. Personal coping skills and strategies. It's harnessing the power of emotions and the motivation. Allison Posey, who works at CAST, does wonderful work around the brain and engagement. She has a book, and there's some resources in this course that are tied into that you can explore as well. I just wanted to take this time to give you a tour of the UDL engagement guidelines. And as you navigate this module, I encourage you all to do your own deep dive into these guidelines so that you have an understanding of what engagement means for you and what it means for your learners. Take good care.